Hey guys, Stalvin back, playing some Pauper red-black control. Opening hand would be great if I had another land, but I can't chance that. I'm gonna have to mulligan this one. This hand is fine, we'll try this one out. Land, I think we can safely put to the bottom. And we'll see what our opponent's got for us here. Island. No follow-up. Okay. Let's start off with the Bloodfell Caves here. And pass a turn. We'll go up to 21. Opponent plays an island. No follow-up, so this probably means counterspell. We drew a swamp here. Our opponent not playing anything definitely says like counterspell or something of that nature. If I just pass the turn here, then it'll essentially mean he wasted his last turn. I could use Knight's Whisper, but he'd probably counter that. We'll go ahead and use Knight's Whisper. He's probably going to counter it, but it is what it is. At least that's one counter out of his hand. Yep. That's not the most terrible thing. Alright, he passes a turn again. No land drop. Probably another counter spell in his hand. Lightning is a really good draw here, but I definitely don't want it to get countered, so I'm going to slow roll it. Because that's one that I definitely want to resolve. Opponent plays a Delver. Goes to pass the turn. I am going to bolt this end of turn here. Even if he has another Spell Pierce, I can pay for this. And Delver can become very destructive, so... Yep. Okay. We're going to go... We're going to play our Swamp, in case he has Daze. And now we're going to do Blightning. Hopefully this resolves. It'll be really good if it does. Sweet, it did. Let's see what he discards. It's looking just like Mono Blue Delver. Spire Golem and Spike-tail Drakeling. Sacrifice him, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Okay. We'll play Cinder Mage here and pass the turn. Opponent draws an island, plays it. 4 cards in hand. We are 1 land away from playing our insect here, which isn't terrible. Looks like he's going to hold up a counter spell. I think, depending on what I draw here, Angler, that's a really good draw, but I think I'm just going to attack and pass, because I don't want any of my spells to get countered. Flame Slash doesn't have a target. The insect I can't cast yet. And I definitely don't want Angler getting counterspelled, so I'm just going to wait on the Angler until my opponent taps out, or at least goes down to 1 mana source. And I'm not under any real pressure here, so I'm just going to keep attacking in. As a control player, we want to just sit back and take our time. We don't want to rush things, especially when we're playing against counter spells. Probably going to bring in a fairy here. Pestermite. Okay. Do I want to terminate this? Because he might bring in a ninja. What's he tapping? I'm not sure if I want to terminate this. Probably not, right? Nah, I don't think we're going to. We'll see what he does on his turn. There might be a better terminate target, like ninja. Something of that nature. Opponent goes into combat. Attacks in for 2. I'm really hoping that he taps his mana here. I almost hope he plays a ninja. So he goes down. He's definitely bringing in the ninja, which I am going to terminate. Don't want him drawing those cards. Now if he has a spell pierce here, that really sucks. But he didn't. Sweet. Now we just hope he doesn't play another island, because if he doesn't, I can play Angler. Sweet. Okay, well, let's go ahead and attack. Maybe he'll Vapor Snag or something. Alright, get in for 1. Opponent takes it. We are going to now cast our Angler. Hopefully it resolves. We also have Daze mana up. Alright, it resolved. Sweet. We'll go ahead and play our Cinder Mage as well. Our Mana Forge Cinder. Alright. Now we just hope that our Angler stays on the board. He's really weak to Vapor Snag at this point. Or Snap, which is most likely, but hopefully we'll get through. Opponent doesn't play a land, passes a turn. Looks like he definitely has to have some bounce, I think, here. We'll go ahead and go to combat. Pestermites. Okay. Not much we can do about that. He's going to tap down the Angler. Now I need to decide if I want to play my Insect or Flame Slash. I think the Insect is probably the better play while he's tapped out. I'd much rather the Flame Slash get countered than the Insect. And in addition to that, he may play Ninja of the Deep Hours next turn, in which case I'd want the Flame Slash for that. So yeah, we're going to go with the Insect here. And I'm still going to attack in with the Cinder Mages because I'm very willing to trade that, the 2-1, for my 1/1s. Alright, opponent goes to 12. And we're going to play our Insect here. And we'll pass the turn. Opponent's at 6 cards in his hand, so that's pretty dominating. I may be in control on the board, but he definitely has some tricks up his sleeve. And hopefully I've been playing around the counterspells fairly well. Because I'm sure he has a lot of them, especially in his hand. I have 11 damage on board. Well, what's this? Singing Bell Strike. When it enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Enchanted creature has 6 mana, untap this creature. Okay. Tap enchant. I wonder why he doesn't use Narcolepsy here instead. Because then it doesn't have the 6 mana clause. If I draw 1 mana, I get to untap it. He doesn't attack with the Pestermite. That's interesting. Is it worth flame slashing this just to get in for extra 4 damage? I have so many removal spells in my hand, or in my deck. It may be, because he'll most likely block the insect. And that would take away a chunk of his life. I would actually put him on his next turn would be his last. I think I'm going to go for that. This is probably an inefficient way of using Flame Slash, but puts a lot of pressure on him, so I'm going to do it. And here we go. We're going to attack in for 6. Put him on a 2-turn clock here. Okay. We'll play our Mage, or our Mana Forge Cinder, sorry. And he's dead on board, so he's got to have a trick here. Alright, he just peek, looks at my empty hand, and draws a card. If I draw a land, I'll get to untap my Angler, which would be even more... Okay, so he doesn't play a land, he passes a turn. Maybe he has another Pestermite or something of that nature. We draw another Angler, which is really good, but we're going to wait till after combat to play that. We're going to go ahead and attack all in. In case he has like a Vapor Snag or something of that nature. Taps 1, 2, Spellstutter Sprite, okay. He may block the insect. Yep, so he'll take 3. He'll go to 3, so he's dead next turn. I'm going to go ahead and play the Angler here while he's tapped, while he only has 1 mana open. 4, 5, 6. Oh, I don't have enough. How unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 1 mana off. Okay, we'll go ahead and pass the turn. He's dead next turn anyway, but it would be really nice to be able to play this Angler. He does peek, so he sees what's in my hand. He sees the Angler. Plays an island, so he's up to 4 now. 5 cards in hand. Let's see if he can squeeze out of this one. Peek, okay. Passes a turn with 3 mana up. I get a mountain, so now I get to decide if I want to untap my Angler or cast a new one. I think I'm going to untap the one that doesn't have Summoning Sickness here. Yep. Untap. And that might be the deciding factor, I hope. Alright, here we go. Into combat. Probably comes down to Pestermite. But even a Pestermite isn't enough. He's got to do some kind of crazy trick here. Attack with everything. Probably unnecessary, honestly. Spellstutter Sprite, okay. Even if he blocks the Angler and Vapor Snags 1, he still takes 3. Alright, well we took down game 1. So let's go to sideboarding here. Alright, we definitely, against counterspells, we definitely want to bring in our Duress. So all 4 of those. I think we can go down the Evokar's Justice. We definitely want the card advantage with Night's Whisper and Read the Bones. Let's see, Electrickery could be good, but I only seen Pestermite and Spellstutter Sprite there. I don't think Chainer's Edict is necessary. Let's see. Blightning is good because it gives us the card advantage. Maybe we can go down a Mana Forge Cinder. All my cards are so good. I got my core package and then the package to take him out. I guess we can go down the Cinders, though. I really don't like to, but they're a slow clock. They're only they're a 20-turn clock, so. But I think we can roll with this. Seems fine. The Electrickery probably is great. We're going to roll it back with this. The Electrickery probably is a great choice, but I want to see more of his deck here in Game 2. And if I have troubles with a certain something, then I'll bring that in. This hand is actually quite good. We have 2 Duress, which are going to be very useful here. We can get rid of his counter spells and such. So he just plays an island, passes a turn. We're going to go Swamp and Duress. Let's get a good look at his opening hand here. Looks like he's going to cast something. He's paying mana for a Spell Pierce. Okay. Well, there you go. So, it's a pretty good chance that we probably would have got the Spell Pierce anyway. I only wish I would have been able to see the rest of his hand. So he plays an island. Looks like he's going to hold up Counterspell. I'm going to go ahead and Duress again because I'd much rather him counter Duress than like Read the Bones or some things of that nature. This is pretty much just getting the counterspells out of his hand, which is probably what I would do anyway if I got to see his hand. Though I would like to see his hand, but it is what it is. He takes a look at my hand here. My hand's okay. It's not fantastic. It's got draw, some removal, and even a beater if I ever get to 5 mana. I don't think I'm going to end up cycling it, Insect, because it's pretty much the only win condition in my hand at the moment. So I'm going to hold on to that. But he's taking a look at my hand, and then I'm going to take a look at his hand. I kind of feel like he probably should have waited to use Peak, though, because then I wouldn't. He would have cards in his hand that I don't know about. But we'll see what he's got going on. Let's take a look. Gut Shot, Island, and Think Twice. The Gut Shot, I think I'm going to get rid of the Gut Shot because my Ignatius Pouncer is a 6/1. And that would be pretty detrimental. The Think Twice does give him a lot of card advantage, though. And the Gut Shot, I can always just cycle the Pouncers. I think I'm going to go with Think Twice, because that's pretty much the only thing he has looking. Yeah, I'm going to get the Think Twice. The Gut Shot isn't all that great against me. It hits my Cinders and the Pouncers. The Cinders I boarded out, and the Pouncers are far away. And if I got one right now, I'd probably just end up cycling it anyway. So I'm happy with that. 3 islands and a Gut Shot. So we managed to take out a pretty good chunk of his hand here. Spell Pierce, the Think Twice. Opponent plays an island, passes a turn. We draw another insect. That's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and Read the Bones. Alright. Lightning Bolt and Read the Bones. Both of these are pretty good. Lightning Bolt's not bad. It helps me get rid of the ninjas and such. So I think we're going to keep both of this. We're going to put Read the Bones there, Lightning on top, and we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. he casting here? The unknown card? Maybe a peak or something? Think twice. Okay. Plays an island. Okay, passes a turn. So he's got 3 cards that we don't know of. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with Read the Bones. I wonder if he plays Days, because I'm not gonna play around Days, because if I get a tapped land, then I want to play that, and I haven't seen a Days yet, and I doubt he plays it. If he plays anything right here, it's probably gonna be a Spell Pierce. Mountain and Flame Slash. The Mountain's good to help me get to 5 mana for my insects, and I have 3 of them now. The Flame Slash, however, I don't really have any targets, but eventually I will, and I think it's going to be pretty detrimental to him. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep both of these. I'm going to put Flame Slash on top, and then Mountain. I'm going to play the Mountain, and hold up Lightning Bolt, because he may try to Spell Starter Sprite here, and then Ninja next turn. He uses Think twice, okay. Plays another island, so we only know one of the 5 cards is Gut Shot. Plays a Spire Golem, that's a great target for our Flame Slash. So I think I'm going to go with Flame Slash, see what he does, and then maybe try to do Lightning. He may try to counter it. And if he does, it won't really be the end of the world here. Whatever I can do to keep cards out of his hand. No counter, okay. Let's see, he's got 3 cards I don't know about. Lightning is a big bomb here. I think I'm going to try the Lightning. I don't want to just end my turn and not use this mana. I'll play the Swamp to play around Days, but I'm going to try Lightning here. If it gets countered, it gets countered. It still takes a card out of his hand. And that's one less counter spell for my insects, but hopefully it does resolve and he has to discard. Looks like he's thinking if he wants to counter it or not. He doesn't counter it, so he's probably going to discard the Gut Shot. He's probably going to discard the Gut Shot, and we'll see what the next card is. 2 islands, wow, okay. So he doesn't discard the Gut Shot. Okay. We'll go ahead and pass the turn here. Unfortunately, I did tap incorrectly. I should have kept a Mountain up, so that's my mistake. Opponent uses Think twice. So we know Gut Shot out of his 4 cards. Plays an island. Passes a turn. I'm going to try and sneak out a insect here. And I'm going to hold up Lightning Bolt too. This might get countered. If it does, then it is what it is. Yep, it gets countered. It's not the end of the world. I still have 2 more, and I'm feeling pretty confident here. I think that the longer the game goes on, the more favored I am to win. Opponent plays a blue. Okay, here's a Delver. I am going to Lightning Bolt this. Yeah, we'll Lightning Bolt it. He may even counter this. Nope. Okay, there's another insect. That's not bad. We're going to go ahead and try to cast this insect. Hold up Lightning Bolt. Or, I'm sorry, Flame Slash, but not that it's an instant speed. But, I guess what I'm trying to say is make our opponent think we have a Lightning Bolt open. And that's even why I tapped the Bloodfell Caves instead of a Bolt, because this just screams Bolt. He goes with that tapping thing on my insect here. Am I going to pay to untap it? He only has a Gut Shot in his hand. There's Evolving Wilds. I'm going to go ahead and crack that now, because I have been prone to forgetting that. We're going to get a Lightning Bolt here to try to keep our mana equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could untap. He only has a gut shot. I think I'm... We know he only has a gut shot, so I would really like to cast these insects while I have the chance and they'll not be countered. So I'm just going to do that. Alright, opponent doesn't play anything, passes a turn. We get an angler. That's a very good draw here. Let's go ahead and go to combat. See if our opponent has any tricks. Get in for 4. Alright, it goes in. So I'd like to play the insect and the angler this turn. I'm going to start with the insect and see if he has a counterspell for it. Try to maybe fish one out. He doesn't counter that. So I'm going to go black, red, boom, boom. Let's see. I'm going to exile some of these graveyard cards and cast an angler. No counter, awesome. So we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Next turn, I am going to pay the 6 to untap the insect. He draws a card, doesn't play anything, passes a turn. Oh, he plays an island, okay. I have enough mana to both untap my insect and duress, so let's just go ahead and see what he has in his hand. Maybe we'll hit the gut shot for sure, if nothing else. We'll see what he's got. 2 gut shots. Okay, well, let's take out a gut shot. And I'm going to pay to untap this insect. And let's get in there. This should be game. All he has is gut shot in his hand. He gut shots himself. Okay. Alright, and there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. This deck is really interesting. It's something different that people don't normally see, I don't think. If you do like this deck, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you want to see more of it, and you will. Thanks, and have a great day.